Breaking news, everyday news on Prince Amila Entertainment TV. Subscribe to the channel, guys. Remember to follow us on all our social media platforms: Instagram, Prince Amila Entertainment; Facebook, Prince Amila Entertainment; Facebook group, Prince Amila Entertainment TV. We're available on Twitter at PMilaENT. Follow us on Twitter and we follow back. Today is the 6th of March 2022. Follow us on Sai. Yes, our podcast is Prince Mila Podcast. Just look for it on our Sai application. And so, guys, here's the latest. And Zanu Vice President Comrade Kembo Mohadi has assured the country's communities that they will not suffer the effects of drought as a result of the current dry spell that has significantly reduced their projected use, as the government is going to be up to task to ensure food security. Addressing thousands of people gathered at Tsefunye Business Center in Cholocho, South Madabele North Province yesterday for a star rally to gain support for the party's candidate, Comrade Musa Ngube, ahead of the 26 March by-elections. Comrade Mohadi said the party was not going to allow the country's citizens to suffer from food insecurity, but is going to ensure that the line ministry responsible for social protection avails maize and other grains to all communities that have food deficiencies. He said the ZANU-PF government was putting in place a number of long-term strategies to ensure people in Matabele North were catered for in terms of food self-sufficiency. Our goal as a party is to transform rural areas by improving the economic and social conditions. As a party, our objectives towards our rural transformation efforts include the elimination of poverty through ensuring food security, creation of rural employment opportunities, and ensuring adequate participation of the rural populace in their development process. As a party, we've adopted a number of strategies for these processes, and this include agricultural development, including the successful Intwasa, which was witnessed many households being food secure. He said through devolution that sought to empower local communities through the use of their natural resources, the people of Cholocho were going to benefit from the completion of Lake Gwai Shangani, where the government was going to create a green belt that would make the district and the province as a whole food secure, as well as increase household incomes for people. He said the notion that the lake was built to supply water to Bulawayo alone was not true. Comrade Mohadi said the youths were going to benefit from the tourism value chain, where the government was going to avail hunting and fishing license, while a quota was also going to be reserved for those who want to get into tourism. As a party, we understand that to build this nation, we need to empower our people and give them the freedom to collectively decide their development trajectory. As locals of Cholocho, you have a deeper understanding of your environment better than anyone, institution or non-governmental organization. As government, we do not take away that freedom of your owing your development path, but instead we intend to facilitate that process by availing funds for development. Your rich cultural and natural resources that you carry as a province should benefit you first before anyone else. We need to develop more economic zones in this province, as this will ensure that we capitalize on various investment opportunities for your benefit. This province is predominantly a tourist destination with a rich fauna and flora, but unfortunately most of our local people here in Matabele North do not have the opportunity to take part in the tourism value chain. As a party, we are working on the best ways to empower our youth in this province to take part in the tourism value chain. We will avail hunting and fishing licenses to youth, and we also reserve a quota for all youths who want to participate in tourism. He said amid relations from the party supporters. The party's vice president also called on the people to have confidence in the country's currency and reaffirmed the notion that Zimbabwe was not going to adopt the US dollar currency or any other foreign currency as its official currency, as this had created problems of starting economic growth before. The economy never grew, instead it shrank. Although things were relatively stable in terms of pricing, our economy could not expand due to the fact that it was expensive in the region because we had adopted one of the strongest currencies in the world, and it was vulnerable to all sorts of risk. As a country, we become prone to many foreign nationals taking advantage of the availability of the US dollar in our economy and siphon it out of the country. The irony is that we were buying the US dollar at a premium, yet the economy was not exporting. Instead of using the little foreign currency, we had to grow the economy. The major preoccupation became that of buying money to import trinkets. This is why it is important for us to have our own currency, he explained. Turning to the emotive Kukurawundi issue, Comrade Mohadi said the province also suffered from the political episode and urged people not to allow themselves to be divided by opposition politicians using Kukurawundi at the expense of unity and development. Unfortunately, we have an opposition that believes in violence, division, and chaos as a formula for development. They've used Kukurawundi to stir up our people's emotions in order to divide us at the expense of development. Our President, His Excellency Comrade E.D. Mnangagwa, has opened the democratic space and has encouraged our people to discuss freely and open about Kukurawundi so that we can bring closure to this issue and build the country together. I'm convinced beyond any reasonable doubt that traditionally leaders have a critical and fundamental role to play in peace building and conflict resolution in the country, said Comrade Mohadi. He said the country has had a number of conflicts before, dating back to the 1960s, but people found each other using indigenous systems of resolving issues. So guys, this is what Comrade Mohadi said yesterday, Vice President of Zanu PF. Just like Washman Ngube, and yes, this is the first rally actually Mohadi power budikira from nowhere, because that rally ku airport wango asiko and you check with two wango asiko and the way around better wango asiko. This is the first rally that the men are to address and also attend. And so he was talking about the currency of what ED also said in airport, saying that we are not going to adopt the US dollar. Yesterday takanzo wacha misa wachizoni once tango voterwa into power next year we're going to introduce the US dollar, and yes, our currency is going to be the US dollar, which means that all the civil servants, my teachers, my nurse, my doctor, wachanga kutambira mari dzedza dzavambotambira panguva ye-inclusive government in 2008, whereby a low-paid teacher was earning $540 US. And the man talked about Fumvudza in Twasa, that project helped a lot of communities Nenzara kuti hapana munhu kufana Nenzara, because Twasa Fumvudza yakwanisa kuti vanhu vazhinji vakwanisa kuwana mbeu nema fertilizers. But we still have questions about that, because takamutana nezvazvo panapa a few months ago, saying that there are some people who are not receiving Fumvudza yoyo mbeu nema fertilizer because of political affiliations, which means that it's a government project, but we all know the drill. On the ground reality, one benefit from those programs are only Zanu PF affiliated people. So no one will die for hunger because of Fumvudza. I think that should be not true, because we all know that not all people will benefit on the ground. And I also talked about Okupa my youth fishing licenses and tourism licenses. I mean, it is what it is. Of course, he's a politician here to say those kind of things, but I don't see it happening. I mean, because most of the youths, not just in Cholocho only, are actually unemployed. Atina mabasa, atina na pekutombo changira kana to one, and so the government needs to create opportunities for our youth out there, regardless of our political affiliations. My youth is saying my opportunities are not kuti a political party and a political party. No, my youth is to know my basa kutuwaso kushanda. And so guys, this is our daily news, our breaking news, everyday news on Prince Miller Entertainment TV. Remember to like, share, and comment, and follow us on all our social media platforms. And so it was a presidential rally, which means the ED was supposed to be in attendance, but I think maybe he was busy or he had to go somewhere else. So people saying that that's Wanongwaro Ashoma. That's the main reason why ED I didn't pitch. I don't know what Famba say, but in Marondera he was supposed to be there also, but we saw our vice president actually addressing the crowd, because actually bring closure to Europe. So the man wasn't feeling well, the man was tired. So ED could have done more, fill in since 2018 the president. But so I don't know this whole situation from Iowa, it have other and so obligations better that year to handle that situation. So he could not manage. But anyway, but it was advertised as daily news, breaking news, everyday news, a star rally in Cholocho yesterday. But sine shoko rakasvika kuvanhu ananga through vice president of Zanu PF Kembo, Mohadi. And so guys, this is daily news, breaking news, everyday news on Prince Miller Entertainment TV. Remember guys to like, share, comment and follow us on all our social media platforms, and Instagram, Facebook, and also on our Facebook group, which is Prince Miller Entertainment TV. Nyaya kugura undi inyaya iri very sensitive.